Game on.
So I'm out here on a really pretty sunny day, and you can see Chopper is working once again, tirelessly doing the lawn. And this is my third update video on the Segway Navamow X430. And the reason I'm doing a third one is it's had it a little over a month at this point, and you can see cutting the lawn. And that is the real beauty of these robot lawnmowers. I come home from work, I don't have to do anything. It's just doing its thing. It's quiet. You can hear someone else's lawnmower in the background. This doesn't make any noise. And it just goes every single day or every other day. I'm currently doing it every day because I'm enjoying watching it do its thing. Quietly keeping the lawn pretty much perfect. I'm not doing anything out here. It goes back to its dock when it needs to, and I have about 0.86 total acres for it to cut on 1 acre land, because you have your driveway, you have your house and other things that take up space, a shed. And it takes, good 8-9 hours throughout the day to do it. But people go, oh my God, that takes so long. It doesn't matter. You're not doing it. You're going to work, you're coming home, you're doing other things, and it just goes out and slowly cuts and does the lawn. I come out here after a rainstorm. It used to be my shoes would be covered in grass on my shoes and drag it into the house. Not the case anymore. It constantly comes out and constantly chops off just a smidgen, and there's nothing more to be stuck to your shoes. Now, I've had it long enough now, and I run it every day, to where I had to do one cleaning, which took, maybe 10 minutes, just cleaning it off with a brush, make sure there was nothing wrong with the unit, and of course there wasn't. And it was also long enough to do my first blade changes, which took half an hour. Not difficult at all. And it comes with spare blades. I can do probably one more blade change after I actually go out and purchase blades. But again, the biggest thing people have with these generally is, does it work? And 100% works. This thing's been going every day, never gone out of bounds, goes exactly where I tell it to do, and does a great job doing it. Goes back and charges itself. In fact, I charge mine from the sun. I have a solar battery designated for my washer, dryer, and right now the robot lawnmower. So that doesn't even cost me any electricity to run it. Now, these are expensive. This was, well over $2,000. I got it on sale for just over $2,000. It was $20.99, I think I paid for it, or $2,099, I should say. But my lawnmower was shot anyway, so it would have probably cost me that much or more to get a gas mower, in which case I had to go and ride it every day. And again, I do enjoy coming out here to do the lawn, but now I can weed. I sealed my driveway. I took down my old shed. I'm putting up another shed. I now have time to do other things while it's doing its thing, which is what it enjoys doing, is cutting the lawn every day and doing an immaculate job of it. So ultimately, $2,099 is a lot of money, but it was on sale. I got $400 off. How do I feel about spending that kind of money? It's one of the rare times where I can say, you know what, well spent, and I would absolutely do it again. I'm very satisfied. I've only had it a little over a month, true, but I have a warranty on it, on the battery and the unit. So if something does happen, it'll be covered. And a gas mower, again, oil changes, filter changes, blade changes, gasoline, going to the gas station. I don't do any of that. I come home, it does its thing, I do my thing. You can't put a price tag on time you're getting back. Again, I still come outside. I got bushes I gotta trim. I have, like I said, the weeding that has to get done. Other things just now frees up that time, and it just does its thing. And there it goes. In fact, right now, you can see them. Right there, completely quiet. You can see the patterns in the lawn. Well, it's hard to see on the phone, but all the lines are there, and it rotates the lines every time it does its mow. But this little guy goes, it takes about, for 1 acre, it takes about 8 hours to do it, maybe 9. But you don't care. You're just doing your own thing. You come home, your lawn's done. So I wanted to just really do this third video, and I'll probably do more because I'm enjoying it. The app is really good. If it rains, it says it's going to go back. Sometimes it's only been a couple of drops, so I turned off the sensor and I said, nope, go back and finish what you're doing, and it does. And then it docks. But if it does rain, it'll go back to the docking station. If it's starting to get later in the year, so it's getting dark, so the headlights turn on and it does it in the dark, completely silent, unlike when the neighbors run their lawnmower. So again, would I purchase this again? 100%. And I'm probably going to be a Segway Navimow mower guy for life. I keep this in the shot because I just think the quality of the machine, the build quality of the machine, the support, the way it does everything that it does earns my respect. If you're new to my channel, if you only found it because of the lawnmower, I actually manufacture arcade components, machines, little arcade controllers, stuff along those lines. So I'm very big on quality and giving best value for the money. That's like my thing, and feel strongly about that. So for me to say someone else's product is up there with my products, that not sponsoring this video, I paid cash for this thing out of my own pocket. But this machine does a really phenomenal job, saves time, and that's what like AI is for, to save you time while it does its thing, and it's happy doing it. Now, Glenn, there has to be some things you don't like about the Segway Navimow X430. Well, I won't say it's something I don't like, but some things I like to see changed, and it's mostly software related. When the mower goes out, it does its lines, and it can rotate the lines every few degrees so the lawn doesn't get used to the way it's cutting the lawn. You can see here the border. This is the border of the property, and it always goes in this direction every single time it goes out. So the grass is going to eventually just get used to that. Where you can see in the other areas, it'll change. You can have it change the direction. So they're saying in a future update, which could be sometime either late this year or early 2027, you'll be able to go this way. The mower will also now be able to go this way, reverse itself. And I would like to see that because, well, the whole point of the different areas here with the design is to change the way the grass is being cut. So why have the border going only one way? Just reverse the information. And they say that's something that is coming. Now, one of the things it doesn't do is when it does its perimeter, it always cuts the perimeter in the same direction every single time. And that goes against what they're saying, is that you don't want the lawn to get used to that area. So one of the things I would like to see, and from my understanding is coming in a future update, you can reverse the perimeter. So if it always goes, let's say, east to west every single time it does the perimeter before it does the staggered lines and changing the lines, you can make it go west to east. So that's an update they did say is coming, and I'm looking forward to that update because it's probably the biggest, I don't want to say gripe, the big issue I see is it always cuts the perimeter in the same direction. The other thing is not anything with the mower, it's my family. Every time they walk my good dog Blue, I keep telling them clean up the dog poop, and they don't. So the wheels get stuck with the poop, but that's not really going to detract from the lawnmower. And unfortunately, if you don't do that, that's on you, not on Segway Navamow. The other small thing I would say is the rain sensor is a little too sensitive. So the app will search, if you allow it to, your area. And if the app determines whether it's in your area, it lets the lawnmower know. And sometimes from that alone, it won't send the lawnmower out. Now you can go in and disable the rain sensor. And that's what I've done a couple of times because I think the rain sensor is also set too sensitive. I've been outside where it's been one drop here, one drop there, it just happens to hit the rain sensor and it goes, oh, rain, and it goes back in, even though the sun is out, almost like a rain shower or a sun shower. So I would like the rain sensor to be different levels of sensitivity where you can adjust when you feel it's enough rain to warrant it going back. Again, that's nothing bad against the mower. The rain sensor is a good thing. The app having that rain sensor is a good thing. I just think that it's over sensitive and it goes back when it's really one or two drops that came down and it could have been cutting the lawn and it stops for a half hour or an hour, however long it does, before I say, you know what, I'm going to force you back out now and do it. Those are probably the big things that I would say. The app itself for setting up, the borders, if you have to make any changes. I made a few changes because I moved my solar panels around a little bit, and very easy to change. But those are probably the only real things I would say that I'm looking forward to. I definitely want the app to be able to reverse its borders, which they did say is coming. Now, I didn't see anything about the rain sensor at all. I would like to see a sensitivity adjustment done on that as well. And now I have seen some people with some issues with the rear axle actually braking. I don't know what the property is like, but I'm going to keep an eye on that. So I'll be talking about that in future videos, how the rear axle is going. It's like a one pivot point and it does seem to break, but it would be under warranty if that did happen. But outside of that, like I said, I'm very happy with the mower. If it sees my dog outside or a person walks in front of it, it goes around them easily. And you can see right here, it's going to go do its thing here. And there is a setting, which I have turned off, to do closer trimming. So right now, I do take a weed whacker out and I do the perimeter myself. I haven't tried its version of doing that because I have a lot of stone and brick that are raised. I'm just concerned that the mower could get hung up on that. So maybe one day I'll test that feature to allow it to either reduce or completely eliminate weed whacking. But for right now, I don't mind doing that. It takes me maybe 45 minutes every 3 weeks or 2 weeks to weed whack. I don't mind that at all. That's about the only things right now I can think of that I would like to see improved or changed. The actual mower itself is a beast. I think it looks great. I know that's got nothing to do with how a thing mows, but it just looks like a tank. That is going out to military, take care of the grass. You can see my lawn, it's doing the front now. It's the first end of it. So this area right here, it starts off in the morning and it does behind my car, which is the second zone. This side part of the house, the third zone, and this front area is the fourth zone. So it's already done the other 3 zones and it's finishing up right here. Probably done 5 or 6 o'clock. And I started at 8:30 in the morning because I wanted the dew to be off as much as possible. But outside of that, again, it could take 2 days to do it for all I care because I'm not doing it. It's doing its thing. It's keeping itself busy. It's keeping itself happy. And I'm fine with that. So that's it for this video. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. It was a short video, but there's not too much to talk about this guy right here. It just works. It goes out every day, does its thing, and works. So you don't have to worry about the grass. You don't have to worry about, oh my God, I get it home, it's going to rain tonight. Or I haven't mowed it in 3 or 4 days. The lawn's going to be so long, I have to rake it now because it's got all this extra scraps on the grass I got to rake up or it's going to get in the house. You don't worry about any of that. It goes out, does its thing, does beautiful lines, leaves a great lawn. And that's what it's all about. And I'm appreciative to Navamow and the Segway X430 that I have right here because I never dreamed of actually having something that does such a great job with me not even thinking about it anymore. Just plugged it in, walked around the perimeter once, set up my zones, and I don't think about it at all anymore. It just does its thing every single day. That is what the 21st century is supposed to bring us, and the Segway Navamow just did that. Now, if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. It takes 1 second view. It means a lot to me in the YouTube algorithms. And if you want to hype it, that'd be great as well. 13,000 subscribers, I always welcome more. But as fun as this stuff is, and as time-saving this is, and the quality of the product, as good as it is, nothing takes precedence of a family and friends. Make sure you always tell family and friends you love them. Tomorrow's never promised. But in between those times, let your lawnmower from Segway Navamow cut your lawn, and you too can, well, have more time to game on. Game on. Sit, Blue Blue, sit. Good dog.